Hey, what's going on, guys? Gunshot here, and welcome! Wow, that is a big horse turd. Today you find me in the second part of my ride with this brand new helmet. Can you see it? Ooh, there we go, see? But I'm basically out for a very short ride because my brother's coming at 11 o'clock for a cup of tea. Either an hour's ride this weekend or nothing. So I chose the hour's ride. Oh, they've knocked all those down and rebuilt it. Jeez. What I wanted to talk about, obviously, I think it's going to be called The Long Way Up. The new series with Ewan McGregor and Charlie Borman is soon coming to Apple TV. It's some point in September. But luckily, my girlfriend bought an iPad and she's got a year's free Apple TV, so I can watch it. Yay! But I've never really understood it. Like, as long as I've been into bikes, there's almost sort of been a laughing stock. They did their trip and they had a full support crew and stuff like that. And there seems to be a lot of hatred towards Ewan McGregor and Charlie Borman, and I've never understood it. As most people that know about bikes will know, they've done 2 trips, televised trips so far, and the third one is currently in production. And they did Long Way Up and Long Way Round. And for those of you, sorry, Long Way Down and Long Way Round. So for those of you that have been living in the cave for the last, what, 15, 20 years? 15 years. Basically, Long Way Round was UK to New York, through Russia, Mongolia, etc. Long Way Down was John O'Groats to Cape Town. Now, they seem to have got a lot of abuse for this, and as I say, I've never really understood it. The main thing of what I can summarise it from is the fact that they did these incredible journeys, but no one cares because they had a support crew. Okay, you don't know sort of how much support they had, and yeah, they had mechanical spares and things like that. At the end of the day, if you could afford to go on a biking holiday and take a support crew with you, you would do it. So yeah, they seem to get a lot of hatred, and they've done 2 and now 3, which is, I think, Ushuaia to Alaska. I don't really know what the new one is, but they've done. You don't really hear like the round the world riders slating them. It tends to be like your sports bike riders, your adventure riders, etc. Not being funny, but how many people have actually ridden through that many continents for that distance in that time? Now, yes, as you guys know, I am a massive fan of the stories of round the world riders. I think it's awe-inspiring what they do, and there's so many great ones out there. You know, you've got Nathan Millward, Teapot One, Ichibu, so many of them. And yes, they did it single-handedly. Ewan McGregor and Charlie Borman have done more riding than most people will ever do, and more challenging riding at that, and they still get slated for it. I mean, if I could afford to go on a trip and take a support crew with me to remove the worry of having to do it, make a big film documentary, I'd do it. I don't see how people who have ride for 100 miles is a really long day can sit and slate somebody who has ridden basically around the world with a support crew. Like the type of riding they have done, like the Mongolia stuff where they were completely stuck. Yeah, there were 3 of them to dig out bikes, but can you imagine picking up GS's time after time after time? How tiring that must be. They've done more riding than pretty much, what, 99% of bikers. I don't think you can slate someone because they've done it without the safety. It's a bit like climbing Mount Everest. You can do it by yourself if you really want to, with a guide. Or you can do it with a load of Sherpas and they'll carry your kit for you. You've still gone through the physical exhaustion of climbing Mount Everest, done something incredibly dangerous that very few people have done. Yeah, I do not get it. I'd like to see people do that journey single-handedly and then go, actually, oh wait, yeah, they did do something amazing. I'm reserving my judgments on the Long Way Up. That's because of what I've seen. It's an all-electric trip, you know, on the Harley Davidson Livewires, which as a bike really don't interest me, but you know, I'll happily watch a travel program on any sort of bike. I'm reserving it on it. 'Cause, I mean, they've, like the support trucks, they used electric trucks. I think it was 2 Ryvan pickups as well, or however you pronounce it. But then they also had petrol vehicles. And I hope they sort of portray that in the program rather than saying it's an all-electric trip, because the diesel vehicles basically had generators in to power up the electric bikes and the camera trucks. So it'll be interesting to see how much of that is captured, and I really hope it is, because it sort of proves the point of, yes, you can do a massive journey on an electric bike as they have done, but the infrastructure isn't there to be able for it to be self-sufficient, at least in that part of the world. It'll probably be easier in England, somewhere like that, where we've got fast charge points, and it's a bit like going around Scotland. When I went around Scotland, it was a family holiday, and those of you who have seen my family holiday videos, you'll notice there is a bluey purpley Land Rover in every video. Normally I'm following it. And the reason for that is my brother did not have a UK motorcycle license. I don't think the UK really accepts his Ghanaian motorcycle license. So he was in the car, which was fine. It worked well for us. Dad and I could buzz off ahead or just follow on behind, and he took all our kit, which is amazing. I mean, we didn't have any spares. Well, we had spares for the Land Rover, because let's face it, it's the world's worst support vehicle, because it would probably break down before the vehicle it's supporting, which it did. Because that facility was there, of course you're going to use it. You're not going to turn around and go, well, actually no, I'm going to fully laden my bike and just be stubborn about it because I want to be self-sufficient. If it's there, you use it. Europe was different. Europe was just me, as was most of my Wales trips, and the facility's there. You might as well use it. You've got to be pretty dumb not to. And I do realise I am saying the complete opposite to this as I would do with anything technological which I hate, like cruise control, rider modes. I'll admit I'm slightly hypocritical. I think the big thing, okay, you know, they did it supported, but look at what they've done for the motorcycling industry. Look how many people have been inspired by those trips. So many people have. I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing. The industry is struggling, so any boost to it that we can get is good, providing it's not thugs on mopeds and shit like that. But you know, any promotion of it, anyone seems to be enjoying it, and it just shows people the virtues of motorcycling when it's on TV. The impact that they've had on motorcycling, I think, has been absolutely phenomenal. So for that, I really can't see, you know, why people hate them. I'd be really interested to hear your views about the long way trips. Ewan McGregor and Charlie Borman, do you like them? Do you hate them? Why do you hate them? I think it'd be worth hearing. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this video. Thank you ever so much for watching, and take care.